I don't know who says it, but like we don't want to play that corporate game.
No, it's not for us.
But it plays you.
Ooh.
This is it. Senzo is already shaking his head. We haven't even started. Working Title FC, your mother's favorite podcast.
Wow. You had to go there.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know. Crack open your Coke, Senzo.
No.
Crack it open.
I was just going to say, as we walked in the studio today, Senzo, we had 2 Cokes just chilling on the table. I mean, this is hospitality.
If only knew the backstory, Paulo.
Hold on. Ah, you hear that? That's the crack of happiness.
That's now some...
That's crack.
Wow. That's some ASMR shit. ASMR. And if you're a beverage brand, you know, looking... I don't know, maybe you want to sponsor the hottest new podcast out there. Like, look how we can do product integration there.
Oh, that was, that was product placement in audio.
You know, we're helping this little company called Coca-Cola out.
Don't know if you've heard of them.
No, that, you know, a little startup, you know, made a few drinks. But that could be your brand. That's how you could be sounding on Working Title FC. Now, finally, on Apple.
Yes.
Sorry.
We made it.
It took me a while.
No, you know what? Things are better when you're on Apple. I mean, look at Senzo's social media lately. Have you seen this?
Oh,
Ever since he's got his iPhone, his Instagram is like a constant...
really?
It's like a Bleachers football page at this point.
No, it's a
They just
page
share a
on
bunch of junk.
everything.
No, it's true. It's actually true. I didn't even realize it was phone related.
Yes, because Senzo has had a phone longer than 8 weeks. Remember there was a point last year on our previous podcast when Senzo had no phone whatsoever. It was magic if he showed up.
He was a victim of crime, though.
Crime.
He's a victim of crime.
What's crime, bro?
Just crime. Just crime's going to get you guys. Now, sometimes you got to be the adult in the room, and you got to understand conflict resolution, right? So people got to know. Everyone's got WhatsApp groups. There's banter. There's, you know, crap talking all the time. And Senzo and Ryan have been climbing into each other since Chelsea and United played. That's, you know, in football, 2 weeks. May as well be 2 months.
It's a long time, eh?
Long time, but they haven't stopped. I think they're...
fortnight.
A fortnight.
A fortnight.
A fortnight. Give me some
fortnight.
V-Bucks for that fortnight, right?
It is.
But it's some latent hostility between the two of them that we're going to resolve now, right? In what I think could actually be a fantastic podcast, Fan Duels. Fan Duels. I'm sure that's another name somewhere. Call it the Master Debates.
Fandango.
Fan deals.
Fan Duels.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Must be something. Yeah. So just to remind, going back 2 weeks in your mind into the game, Manchester United played Chelsea. Ooh. I think if United won, they overtook Chelsea. It was battle of 4th and 5th at the time, or 3rd and 5th. United were definitely 5th. United always 5th. We don't move out of 5th, right?
We also had a new entry into the top 4, which spiced things up. That was Newcastle.
Newcastle slipping in. So in that Chelsea United game stank, wasn't that great until the 70th minute. McTominay decides he's going to liven things up, gives a terrible penalty. Jorginho scores it. Last minute, Casemiro equalizes. Fair enough. Fair draw. That's fine. That's okay. That's cool.
It was unbelievable.
But Senzo and Ryan, so much has happened since then. Ronaldo wouldn't come on. United won. Chelsea lost.
That was in the last 2 weeks?
That's in the last 2 weeks.
Damn.
That's it. Chelsea got 4 from Brighton. You can take our manager, but you're not going to take our freedom. That's what they said.
Yeah.
But you two are angry. And I'm just going to sit back and kind of let you have your United Chelsea ding-dong. Senzo, I'm going to give you the opening shot at Ryan.
Paulo. Where do we even begin? Where, I don't know, eh? Mr. Thin Line.
It's nice to see a bunch of your has-beens are finally on the field.
A bunch of has-beens. It's better than being a never was, eh?
So, Ryan.
Chelsea are a bunch of never was.
You were slowly coming around to Potter. Potter in. He was a bit of Potter in, wasn't he? Right?
Yeah.
What were you feeling last Saturday evening about Potter?
I was feeling how the Brighton fans felt. Because they said, okay, Chelsea, You took our manager. Now we're going to show you. And they did. But luckily, no one really spoke about it. We don't. It's hush hush.
That's a bullshit thing. United lose to Brentford. Oh my God. Like the world is falling.
Twitter went crazy.
Just shows you Chelsea. They Millwall. They Millwall with better property values.
Honestly,
that's what they are.
Millwall in West London.
That's what they are. They're Millwall with better property values, right? With Russian investment. So this happens. Chelsea, Champions League. Listen, Chelsea aren't looking good for me. I'm sorry. I don't care what. They're not, right? They're starting to look like a team that's been built by lots of different people.
Look, they're looking hella shaky, and it's showing because now there's no sense of like, look.
There's no starting team.
There's no exactly.
No starting team,
and the rotation policy, the way it's working out now, is not good because look, both your fullbacks are injured.
Yeah,
you got Sterling and Pulisic in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me tell you, I can tell when Reece James is not around.
Yeah.
It gets sloppy.
Yeah,
it's so sloppy.
And you can see when N'Golo Kante is not there.
Oh,
you know what I mean.
But surely we gotta start, preparing for life without N'Golo Kante.
Sure, but have Chelsea prepared for life without N'Golo Kante? Because they keep. I don't know what the plan is with Ruben Loftus-Cheek. You know what I mean?
Guys.
Oh my God,
Ryan, Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Are you kidding me?
But he's never going to be the guy, is he?
No.
I mean, Chelsea, how much do you put it down to bad luck? Because they signed 3 new defenders. All 3 plus Reece James are out. Cucurella's just not adapted. Koulibaly and Fofana are both injured.
Yeah,
and Reece James.
And now
Chilwell as well.
Chilwell. Do you think he's going to make the World Cup?
No, it's doubtful.
He's going to miss it. Yeah, he was going to be a backup anyway, but...
Yeah, he's going to be backup for Luke Shaw.
I don't know how that man's still...
No, Luke Shaw
still eating all the pies in the world.
But he's great.
No, I'm asking.
Luke Shaw is a chancer, right? Because every time he's under pressure...
he plays like he's
my
Maldini
God.
in his prime.
Really? Every time he's under a bit of pressure. Oh, wait, here is Teles. Okay, let me jack it up. Oh, here's Marciala. Okay, let me jack it up. He is a fraud. Okay, but anyway,
in a good way.
He's doing okay, right? So he's doing okay. Then you move a little bit forward, a little bit into the midfield of Chelsea. Again, quite disjointed. Jorginho is a phenomenal player. I don't know if he's really going to ever settle and be the right Premier League. You feel the first chance he gets to move back to Serie A, he's taking it.
Do you think it's even about Serie A? Because Serie A, there's
Jorginho.
There's nothing there. There's
Are
nothing
you a fan of Jorginho,
No.
Ryan? Why?
I
watch a guy who's technically perfect.
Yeah, he is technically great, but he's a defensive liability.
Really?
I way prefer Kovacic.
Kovacic is a baller.
Hard worker.
He's a baller.
He's brilliant. But Jorginho is literally just there for pens at this point.
No, and he's there for ball retention. You know what I mean? He's there to, when we've got the ball, let's knock it about nicely.
I don't know why they even put him as captain.
I know Jorginho. Look, Jorginho can ball. It's just that, England exposes so much.
I'm not saying he's a bad footballer. Like, he wouldn't be in Chelsea if he was a bad footballer. But my whole thing is, he's not. I would be happy getting him out of the squad tomorrow. It wouldn't be a second thought.
But then, you've got this kind of... Pulisic was a weird signing to come to Chelsea. I couldn't quite understand. Pulisic as a player, I don't know what position he is.
Yeah.
I see him as like a wing.
Do you know
He's not fast enough.
Do you know what they tried? Do you know what they were trying to do with Pulisic? They're trying to look for the next Hazard.
Yeah.
No, and can I tell you, his ball skills are insane.
They're ridiculous.
He is, like, I was watching him in the last... I can't remember if it was this week or last week. There's been a couple of games since we last spoke, but I was watching him on the ball, and the amount of times he's come so close to scoring, like literally he misses it by literally almost just scrapes the bar.
Yeah.
He is brilliant, and he outskills players at front. Like he is a bit like Hazard. Actually, it's a good point.
Not a bit like Hazard was great. Hazard at Chelsea was my favorite player in the English Premier League.
100%.
He was unbelievable.
He was everyone's favorite player. At Chelsea.
Yeah. And he was doing things
and he
like
had that personality, he was funny.
Yeah, exactly.
What's happened to Hazard at Real Madrid?
Like every other person who went to Real Madrid.
No, not like every other person.
Thibaut Courtois.
Thibaut Courtois got a Champions League and he's playing. He was the keeper of the
average.
Hey, listen, if you could reward goalkeepers if they got the individual trophies.
Thibaut Courtois last season. Oh my God, him and Benzema, they carried everybody.
No, Benzema, I agree with you, but I'm saying, I still would have kept Courtois on. If he never went to Real Madrid, he still would have probably still probably
Didi.
be up front. But like
Didi.
now we have Kepa, who's now also switching with Mendy. It's like we're playing games of goalkeepers.
But Kepa, if you think about it, Kepa hasn't been too bad, eh?
No, he hasn't.
No, he's leveled
yep.
up. He's leveled up super hard. But I mean, yeah.
So I want to say something, right? Is Kepa the only player playing better since Potter came in? Because if I look around the Chelsea team, I go, who's actually playing better since Potter came in? Cucurella's completely lost confidence.
Well,
right?
Did you hear the booing that he got at the Brighton
Well,
game?
you're going to get
I
it,
mean,
right?
yeah, no,
Of course, it's good.
100%.
But also, I mean, the Brighton people must understand. Like, I mean, if Chelsea come knocking,
business.
bruh, come on.
You know, and that's going to be the stepping stone. But listen, you know, here's a guy who came through La Masia, didn't quite make it at Barcelona, dropped down a level, lower La Liga team. So maybe his level isn't the elite just yet, right? But Sterling he's kind of there. I thought Sterling was going to be the guy. I thought this is going to be his team. And then you got Aubameyang. We'll get a little bit into him. But let's ask the hard question, Ryan. Has anyone played better? And it's short. Listen, it's not much time. The season is an absolute mess. There's no time on the training ground. You're playing constantly. But who's gotten better under Potter? If Tuchel had stayed.
Kai Havertz.
I was going to say Kai Havertz is... I don't know if he's been better, though. Because he went through a real shit, like, point in time. But he's been scoring for us recently. He's been really, really good. Even Mount went through a horrible couple months. But now I see he's back on the ball game, which is good. But he's still nowhere where he was.
Because Potter, and now here's where the table doesn't lie. He came in, took Chelsea, they were top 4.
No, we had, I think, a 9-game streak.
They 6.
Before we lost.
They 6.
Now we 6, yeah.
So when it first happened, we spoke about, we said, listen, there's got to be a long-term thing. Any new ownership is going to come in, they want their guys, right? You're a dead man walking. It's only a matter of time before they get rid of you, bring their own guys in.
Yep.
This was evident. And I think Tuchel's an easy target because all accounts, he's a bit of a hothead, a bit of a difficult guy to deal with, right? So do this new consortium that own Chelsea, we knew the previous ownership at Chelsea were ruthless. Are they going to be the same? Does Potter get the time? What if they don't do Champions League this year? And badly, what if they finish 7th, 8th, which is not impossible?
No, it's not impossible. We scraped through this last game.
New manager, team going to come back exhausted from the World Cup.
I don't know the management enough yet to know what they're going to do. But if they're going to do what we spoke about doing in the first couple episodes about, the last 3 episodes, if they're planning the long game, then he's going to be sticking around for a little while. Didn't he sign like a 5-year contract?
Yeah, he's got to be part of it, and he's quite crucial in like the appointment of technical directors, sporting directors, scouts, and he's very crucial in that, which is kind of unheard of at Chelsea. So they're playing the long ball game. Ryan, what's your thoughts on Bowley and the consortium that their model is multi-club ownership? They're starting to look around and bringing people in, bringing guys in from Monaco to kind of go.
I started seeing them appoint directors and things like that. I don't know what it all means though. Like I'm not involved in that sort of. I thought Senzo might have an idea of what all that means.
You know what it means? Bowley ball.
Bowley ball, yeah.
The Bowley Bowl. All his teams that he owns, he's going to take them out their leagues and only going to play each other in the Bowley Bowl. Hey?
No losing.
You heard it here first. He's going to buy top-tier teams, Bowley Bowl. Own league. Own league. That's what he's after.
That's crazy.
Bowling.
But listen, you guys, Chelsea cruised the Champions League, had a weird start. They lost the first game, right? I don't think they lost the first game in the Champions League.
I
don't think they've lost
since
since
2 weeks ago.
In Champions League?
No, not in Champions League.
No, not in Champions. I don't think so. I think you guys walked your Champions League group, finished top of the group. There's PSG floating around there, which you're not protected from.
Oh God! And that
I wouldn't be scared.
Mbappe's been scared.
I see Mbappe
scoring crazy.
No.
Messi.
Listen, I'm not scared of PSG post this World Cup. Can you think of any time in the past where one singular club is sending 3 players where one of them's got to come back with the World Cup? Mbappe, Neymar, Messi.
Yeah.
Well, I can't even think, even the prime Galacticos era, would you have thought maybe when Zidane and Ronaldo, R9 were in together?
Nah.
But I cannot remember a time where 3 players are going to come back. Now, what happens? They come back wrecked.
Yeah.
Okay. or two comeback wrecked.
But
They're not going out in the knockouts, right?
Yeah, but the key thing is that now in France they've got that winter break.
Are they keeping that? Because I believe winter breaks are falling off because of to compact the season. I stand corrected. But I mean, so there is no idea, and it's not just PSG, they're probably an extreme example. It's so weird, like trying to who's playing against each other in Champions League. Because if you had to go do a draw today and the game's next week, okay, you can figure out who's going to win.
So English guys get protection.
Well, yeah, they're protected from each other. All the English are protected from Bayern Munich because they'll finish top.
Yes.
They're all protected from Bayern. They're all protected from Real Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think the ones you got to watch out for are PSG's in play. Sorry, Liverpool finished second.
Yes.
Yeah. PSG's in play for the Premier League teams.
Except City and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Can we bring Liverpool up next?
No. Except for Liverpool.
Except for Liverpool. It's only Liverpool. No.
It's only Liverpool that have protection
from PSG. Yeah. Because PSG finished second.
So Tottenham also they also finished top.
Yeah, I think everybody will want Benfica and Porto in that draw and Eintracht Frankfurt. That's kind of who you're going to be looking for. But
even Napoli, you take Napoli.
You want to? Yeah, Napoli going to burn out. Spalletti teams burn out.
You take Napoli.
So Ryan,
yes,
I was hoping you and Senzo would fight. I was really hoping to bring that stuff over. You guys,
man, it's all love with Ryan. He knows I love.
It's all love.
Like a tennis score. It's all love like a tennis score.
Senzo, let's get into a bit of Manchester United.
Yes, sir.
I don't know much about this team.
No, it's this guy. Sure. This guy. Not scoring goals. This is a problem.
That's the thing. That is the thing. We look solid everywhere, but there's no dog up front. I
mean, we record this the day after the Real Sociedad game. United need to score 2 goals. We score quite early. Throw everything at them. I never felt United were going to score second. There's nothing that makes me go, we're going to get 2. We got Harry Maguire and Ronaldo playing up front. You're pumping balls up.
I'm surprised they brought Harry Maguire back.
Oh, well, you have to. I mean,
I know
you got to. That's where you're going to play.
He came back from his little vacation or whatever.
But also you need rotation now. You know what I mean? You need rotation.
No. I've been feeling that with Chelsea. The rotation's been killing. But
because
I do understand.
Yeah, because you're competing on 4 fronts now.
You say that Senzo, Ten Hag's not been rotating. And listen, that's good. For a long time, United, we don't know who our first 11 was. You just said about Chelsea, you don't really know who your first 11 is. No. United, other than injuries, Europa League, Premier League, Europa League, Premier League, he's playing the same guys every game.
Which makes sense, though.
It does make sense, but
you're going to burn them out.
So far, we've not had major injury.
I mean, how are you going to burn them out, though? Because now you need guys to, get the feel for it.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
And that's kind of an advantage. Listen, we both support super clubs. We don't want to see them in Europa League. For me, I support Sporting. I want to see them in Europa League rather than Champions League. We're just not a Champions League level club, right? So we don't want to see United in Europa League, okay? But the plus side is that it's more game time together in matches that are high risk enough that you're going to be serious, but not that high that you can't work your way into a game.
Absolutely.
And I think it's been cool to see United not score goals, but win, get the confidence. Yeah. You see patterns, you see partnerships building up where you don't have as much time on the training ground as a normal season.
Yes.
At least this gives you that in competitive but not end of the world matches.
Absolutely. And also, I also wouldn't have tinkered with the team too much because look at the run that we had. And we've kind of got over our difficult run. But I think we need to go fetch a dog. We need a number 9.
I thought Anthony was going to be that for you guys.
Anthony Martial?
No, Anthony.
He's a winger. He's not a true 9.
Yeah. And you sometimes see the way we play, even though Ten Hag is so ingrained into the Ajax way.
Yeah.
We just need a striker. We just need a number 9. This week, a lot of being linked with Joao Felix of Atletico Madrid. Also, stink the whole place up. Simeone's a fraud. Simeone is the Argentine Klopp. Fight me on it.
But also the thing is, I can't imagine what it's like for an attacking player to play for Simeone because Simeone's tactics are nonsense.
But you say that, but
he gets the job done. But
Falcao had a great scoring record when he was under him.
Yeah,
Griezmann had the great scoring record under him. So I think it's the type of player. Joao Felix. Look, here's the thing, Joao Felix. Right, him getting such a big move was weird because he only had half a season really as a Benfica starter. He came in December, January, fantastically well, did well in the Champions League. Next thing is at Atletico Madrid for stupid money. I think only Mbappe went for more than him at that stage, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think he was quite ready yet. And typical another story in Portuguese football, young player moves out too early. But he's not going to be the number 9. He's the same. He's another Rashford. He's wispy, wants to come off the wing. Yeah, he can score goals. But he's not the number 9 that it feels like we need.
I don't know, man. We need... You look at every...
Who would you ultimately bring in? Right now, if you could pick any number 9...
Who's out there? Aubameyang.
Who's out there? Who's available?
Like that was a cheap shot.
Listen, but it is a cheap shot, but you just go there. City have got the ultimate cheat code.
Yeah.
That's the number 9.
Yes.
The other one is at Barcelona.
The other one got a red card last week.
And then the third probable is Benzema.
Who's going
Who's
nowhere.
going nowhere, right?
The other one got a red card last week.
Who?
Diego Costa.
Diego Costa's finished, man.
Ex-footballer Diego Costa.
Wolves
Do you know,
star.
I was
about
so
Real?
shocked. I was so shocked that was Diego Costa's first red card in the Premier League.
I know
It took him a while.
It took him a while.
I mean,
I saw
what?
it come up. I was like, he's back.
But, or you go talk to Mr. Levy and say, listen here.
Are you taking Harry Kane?
I would.
Really?
Try and test.
Are you
I would.
taking Harry Kane?
I would.
Ryan, you take Harry Kane into Chelsea tomorrow.
Yo.
Heartbeat.
Yes.
Let me tell you, if Harry Kane were to come to Chelsea, I think it would be unbeatable.
I think it doesn't. Anybody he goes to,
He's a robot. Like,
and
he's the
not
guy, bro.
human.
and that's this weird thing we find ourselves in the Premier League. I think City are going to be the finished product always.
Always,
They're
yeah.
never
Because
they're always actually in transition.
because the way Guardiola does things, and we spoke about this,
Yeah.
because like how he's always rotating and he's tinkering with his team, and it's like he's always on the move, and like he doesn't have to like replace like Liverpool, because when people are missing, it's glaringly obvious.
Well, I mean, we got a taste of this weekend because Haaland was injured,
Yeah.
and so he was a non-starter.
But still,
De Bruyne came in. I mean,
That's
but did you see them against Sevilla with the
Clockwork.
kids?
Yeah.
Did you see them
Yeah.
against Sevilla with the kids?
It's so drilled. They just so
Like-
drilled.
does City have it in the bag for Champions League?
That's the question.
That's the question.
I still.
That is the question.
You're always going to question. Look, one point I want to make first is that what Pep's so good at, you kind of get the sense it happened at Arsenal. It's happened at so many clubs that when a manager's there for too long with the same group of players, you've heard of it before, they get tired of hearing him. Okay, and that's natural. That's just human nature. You can work with people for years, and you just get to a point where I can't listen to you anymore. I'm tired of hearing what you have to say. Right? Someone can come in and say exactly the same thing, but it's a different voice. Right?
Yeah.
Ferguson and Pep did it so well, and Pep's doing it so well, is that as they feel the players got tired of them, they move them. You go. I don't go.
But
you
that's
go.
what you have to
And
do.
Pep
because-
is so good at that as well. He just, he kind of, Aguero was like stepping to my authority. I don't care if you're the legend here, boy. You're going. David Silva, same thing. Okay, different scenario. You're going. So Pep, and it's never a big deal. It's never a problem.
Yeah,
it's just
and they get their
Sterling. You've been
Sterling
here the whole
quickly.
time. Just
Quickly,
go.
like clockwork.
Just go.
And-
I'll just move you on.
And the thing is with Pep, like he gets his business done early, and he doesn't get into bidding wars. And I also feel with the Jack Grealish thing, like it was kind of jammed down his throat.
Yeah, it never felt right.
It never felt
still
right.
doesn't feel right. So, what the point is that City are they're constantly evolving,
Yeah.
but you've got so many teams sitting just underneath. You got United, who it's kind of there. Chelsea, kind of there.
Tottenham, kind
Kind
of
of
there.
there. Liverpool,
Newcastle.
kind of there. Newcastle maybe just a step
Liverpool,
back.
I think it fell off because the thing is like the
Yo, they
grind and
have.
like they figured Pep out, but now with the new personnel and everything, it's
But that's exhausting. So
yeah.
all these teams kind of there, and you go, oh, you add Harry Kane, suddenly they're challenging, except for Tottenham, they got Harry Kane, they don't have the rest.
Honestly,
Well, they have
So-
Son.
Oh, well,
But
his
so-
face got broken. You see
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Wow, could even miss the World Cup.
but also now Tottenham have been used to playing a certain style. Now we know Conte, low block, you know what I mean? And now it's just like, okay, And you look at their defense; they don't really have the personnel to do it.
Ryan, did United dodge a bullet by not appointing Conte when the clamour was him? Because he was your manager, won the league for you, and won it well.
2015.
Won it well. Chelsea were dominant that year. Did we dodge a bullet by not appointing him, seeing what's happening at Tottenham? Remembering Tottenham topped their Champions League group, yes, albeit in the last few minutes, and sit third in the league, only 5 points off the top, 3 points of City.
It's such a difficult question because I want to say yes, but the thing is, your current guy is not. I'm not a big fan of him.
Ten Hag?
Mr. Ten Hag.
Needs a bit of personality. I think.
Bit of a fraud.
I don't think he's a fraud. Let's go to frauds. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about. We're talking about number
We're on
nines.
fraud alert.
Well, we constantly on fraud alert.
All right.
Listen, fraud alert.
We need music.
We need a fraud alert siren.
Yes.
Ryan, I'm on it.
Next episode.
I need a fraud alert button here, and I'll put it under the red button. It's audio you can't see.
Yes.
We've got a machine here with pads. Siren.
Yes.
Right.
Very expensive pads.
Oh, jeez. Wow. Not Ryan gets free 4,000 Rand headphones. 5,000 Rand.
bro.
Jeez, imagine. But fraud alert. Darwin Núñez. It's possible, right? It's possible to be a striker that scores 20 goals a season and still be a flop.
Yes.
I present to you Dimitar Berbatov. His time at United, I'd consider a flop.
Ooh.
No, I don't think so.
That's
it's just that we had
controversial.
just so much firepower.
So,
Wait. But which Berbatov? Are you talking United Berbatov or are you talking Tottenham Berbatov?
I'm talking
United Berbatov.
United
United
Berbatov.
Okay, that's a
Think
different
about it.
For being an out-and-out 9, yeah, you're right, actually.
Think about where Berbatov was at Tottenham.
Oh,
For him to come to United, remember, Ferguson stole him from City. He arrived at Manchester Airport.
yeah.
Ferguson was there to get him.
He said 30. He said 30. Here's
Right.
30 million pounds.
You're not answering your phone. You're coming with me. You're signing the paperwork, right?
Yeah.
Ronaldo had left.
No, Ronaldo was still there. He played one season
together,
with,
right?
One season with Ronaldo.
Highlights.
No. But you can't say it was a flop though.
But why?
2011 when we won the league.
No, but that's not United Berbatov.
It is United Berbatov when
It
he
is-
scores 5 Blackburn
2011.
and he scores a hat trick against
Liverpool.
Liverpool. He was leading scorer.
Hectic.
That's what I'm saying. There are players. But he sits bench on the Champions League final. I mean, if you're that crucial,
Yeah.
will he go down as, yes, okay, he was great because he's Berbatov and he just did magical things. Chelsea have had many players that score lots of goals. Don't even consider them.
Yeah, true.
Don't even consider them.
Like who?
So, do your homework, Ryan. I'm just making
Honestly,
outrageous statements.
What do you mean? Like, you asking Paulo about your club?
I'm losing credibility here. I got to move on. No, but so here's the thing. I think Darwin Núñez is going to score enough goals for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Because if you look at his goals, so far he's scoring the second in a 2-0 win. He's scoring the third in
And
a
it's like
5-0. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not yet, and listen, he's just started, but he's the victim of costs a lot of money, arrives at the same time as Haaland, also got a top knot. We're going to compare, right?
Yeah.
And he's not yet defining games because Haaland, that guy's winning games on his own, right? On his absolute, he's defining teams.
True.
Núñez, yeah, he's a different player. But I think he's going to score a lot of goals and you're going to go, yeah, but what did he really do?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
You know what I mean? What did he really, really do? Liverpool fans, are they worried? They're not worried by the sounds of it.
No, they are. They should
Liverpool fans in your feels, because around other fans, they act like everything's
I just
fine.
want to say 1-0 to
It's
Nottingham
normal.
Forest.
You know?
Come on.
2-1 to Leeds.
So what's the lead?
I mean, that was, you know, the Nottingham Forest thing is one thing, you know, it's a promoted club at home, early kickoff, those things, 1-0, outstanding keeper display, those things happen. Leeds was like, I never felt Leeds were going to lose that game. Even when they went down, I always felt Leeds,
Yeah.
they're going to take a point at least because they weren't scared. And that's one of the things, you know, and I keep saying to Liverpool supporters, you're normally the last person to know your club's shit.
Yes.
You're normally
Yes.
the last person to know because
Yes.
it's bit by bit by bit by bit.
Yeah.
And suddenly teams don't respect you when they play you.
Absolutely.
Nottingham Forest, not scared of Liverpool at all.
They took it to
Leeds, a young team,
Yeah.
not scared to go to Anfield.
First loss
at
at
all.
Anfield.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, wow.
In how long?
So you are very seldom the first to notice your club. Everyone else sees it coming.
But-
it happened to United. We never
Yeah.
saw it coming.
Yeah.
We never saw it coming.
Old Trafford now has got that bit of it's becoming a thing again, but slowly but surely. But now you look at Anfield.
Yeah.
Teams aren't afraid to go to Anfield now.
It's losing that a little bit.
Yeah.
Teams aren't afraid to go to Anfield. They're like, look, we can box with them.
No.
Wait, but is it okay? Are we gonna do this thing where we're gonna call on the show? Is this Klopp's final year? Is it the 7th-year curse coming in?
It's too expensive to fire him. He just signed a new contract.
And
Wait,
nor
for how long?
No, nor should he. No,
Like 6 years.
nor should he.
Years.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Anybody who has
Whoa.
got in their mind, a serious football fan, banter aside, if you think Liverpool should fire Klopp,
You're an idiot.
Honestly,
To get who?
right? Okay, but that's not to say, because I remember a certain Frenchman who also came into the Premier League, also did a lot of good things, also only really had one great side, and also,
Wenger.
kind of like there's a lot of similarities between Klopp and Wenger.
Yeah.
Almost there. And listen, to Liverpool, I got to give the credit, right? Is that, and you kind of started the point earlier, Senzo, is that to any other era, Liverpool are the best Premier League team.
Hands down.
They just happen to fall in the same time as Pep's Man City. But the same as United under Pep's Barcelona. We could have taken 3 Champions Leagues,
In a row, yeah.
But we just had to fall in the same time. And it's going to happen.
True.
And imagine what it's like for the same squad every season to go, look, we got it in us to win the league.
97
We
points.
got to crack 90 plus points.
97 points, you don't win the league.
And that's twice.
Twice.
Twice in that range, right?
90, Oaks.
No, that's exhausting.
They only don't win the league in one season. That's where City get a century.
Yeah.
That's...
So it's a lot of turmoil. Listen, I mean, it's kind of funny what's happening with Liverpool, but again, it's been happening.
Liverpool should go for Champions League.
Do you really? So Liverpool end up in a group with Rangers, are the worst team statistically ever in the history of the Champions League, right?
Yes.
Did you know that, Ryan?
I didn't know that.
This Rangers team that competed, Stevie G's Rangers. No, shame, they changed a lot. This Rangers team is
Isn't that Wayne
statistically.
Rooney's team?
No.
He's in America.
He's in America.
Oh, right.
DC United.
Yeah.
Statistically,
He was
the
at Derby
worst
before.
team ever to have played
Yeah,
in the Champions
Champions
League.
League.
Right, that's how bad they are. Ajax also stinking up the place, lost half their squad and their manager.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But they got the bag.
Right.
So, yeah.
the one decent team in that
Napoli.
Napoli tear you to pieces.
Na-
They scored 4. They could have got 8.
Yeah.
They tore you to pieces. Okay, the game against Anfield, really lucky goals, like weird,
Yeah.
strange
And
goals.
also that offside. Yeah.
Napoli were half interested, whatever.
Yeah.
So also within context, yeah, they should go because that might be the only way in.
Yeah.
Liverpool are not getting past City. I wouldn't even
Bayern.
say Chelsea, PSG. They are not.
Benfica.
No, come on.
Like, it's
Benfica, yeah.
Come
even
on.
Inter are difficult to beat.
Listen, I just want to quickly talk about Inter because
Inter are difficult to beat.
is Barella. I mean, we sleep on a lot of Serie A
Barella,
players.
dude.
That guy is.
He's a G, eh?
Did you see his goal in the
Bro.
game? What? That half volley flying karate kick.
Dude.
What are you talking about? Go look
Dude,
that up. Barella's goal
Barella.
last week in Serie A.
And also Inter are stacked.
They got players.
Yeah, Inter-
Mkhitaryan. I didn't even know that.
I mean, you look when they played Barca in at the San Siro, how they jammed.
Yeah.
And they
Listen, there's some interesting games in Serie A this weekend because Inter are playing Juventus, right? And you've got the Rome derby, Lazio, Roma.
I'm a Roma fan, so
And then Napoli playing Atalanta.
yeah,
That is going to be
a goal fest.
You're going to keep checking your TV and go, am I watching this on fast forward? Because Napoli and Atalanta, they only know fast and faster.
It's a gunslinging competition.
That will be gunslinging. So don't sleep on that. That's 7 o'clock tomorrow. Make sure you watch it. Let's go look over at the Premier League. Some of the interesting fixtures. It is an interesting weekend for Manchester United because everyone above them or around them plays each other. Ryan, I want to get to you. Aubameyang, loved by none, hated by all. He wants to play against Arsenal. Chelsea, Arsenal on Sunday, lunchtime kickoff. Are you ending the Gunners? Are you taking them off the top of the table before the World Cup break?
God, I would love nothing more.
I
love a goal
so
by
petty.
I love a goal by Aubameyang,
He's going to get it.
Mount, and Havertz.
He's going to get it. He's going to spit on his tattoo.
I also feel like it's going to happen like that.
Because he came on. He's like been in and out the team.
Yes.
But he's like, I'm playing against these fuckers. They did me dirty on do or die. What all or nothing. And I'm gonna take them down. Have you guys by any chance started watching The Captains on Netflix?
No. I wanted to. I wanted to watch the Modric one, and you know me, Paulo. I'm going to go there.
So it's not each guy's got a different episode. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
It's kind of all their stories weaved into one. So it kind of plots all of them at the same time.
So do they just highlight
So
one?
it's got Modric, Thiago Silva,
yeah.
Aubameyang, then the captain of Lebanon, the captain of Vanuatu, and the captain of Jamaica.
That's
right?
so cool.
On their World Cup sort of. So it's like really from best players, right? It's quite interesting. But Aubameyang is on the world's craziest PR drive to show off I'm not a bad guy. It is so obvious.
Oh, really?
After he got painted so badly in All or Nothing.
As the Arsenal captain as well.
Oh, my word. So he is on best boy behavior.
Yeah, man.
And listen, you got to take Aubameyang when he's on good behavior. That's why, Potter, I sent a public service announcement to you. Aubameyang, when he's good boy, you got to take advantage because that will not last long. Once January comes and he sees, oh, I'm not playing, new haircut, stars in the hair, trouble. So what do you think there, Ryan? You named 3 goals there.
And I'm saying that's what I would love. I'd love Mount to score a goal there.
Mason Mount is a Jew.
The wonder boy. Then Havertz, obviously, because he's just been playing. I just hope he puts in the right squad. That's all I'm saying. Like, because the squads have been very dainty with Champions League and things. So like Oba wasn't starting in the last couple of Premier League games, which annoys me because my FPL points just went for a ball. So now I went from being in my top 5. I think I was beating Senzo like crazy, to now I'm like 24th because of the last 3 weeks of FPL.
Look,
Let's get to FPL later. Let's get to FPL later. We got a segment coming up for that, right? So
I'm gonna call 3-1.
You're gonna call 3-1. That's
to
a
who? To Chelsea.
big call.
But I mean, you have to back your boys.
Yeah, you got to.
I'm gonna
Where
say
they play?
3-1.
Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stamford Bridge.
I would love it, but I do know there's a threat.
Oh, you don't have a defense. Oh, Martinelli.
No, you got no defense.
Oh, Martinelli up front. Yeah, he's a worry. And Jesus.
They're coming
Odegaard.
They're coming off.
Odegaard. Yeah, he's been on form.
They're coming off a 5-0 win. Another interesting game. This game, you cannot call what'll happen in this game. Tottenham and Liverpool.
Yeah.
2 teams that are all over the place. You've got neither of them score first. They all concede first, and they have to react. So you got 2 teams who don't score the opening goal.
It's whoever scores first is going to win.
Or it's going to be 6-all. Like these are 2 disjointed teams.
Something ridiculous like a 5-3.
Really cannot call this
By the
game.
way, just to wrap up the Chelsea Arsenal game, there is nothing worse for me than pompous leading Arsenal fans, because like United fans, everybody knows how to handle.
They're annoying.
But Arsenal fans with this newfound confidence. Have you seen Arsenal fans are just coming out of the gates now? You never knew they were Arsenal fans. Now all of a sudden they're top of the league. They're coming out of everywhere.
They're showing up in their
Oh
Vieira
well, bro,
shirts.
they're forgetting that it's a marathon, not a sprint. Eh?
So now, if Chelsea don't win, God.
Did you, speaking of that, so one of the knobs from Arsenal Fan TV, right? Not the main guy. There's because he's Robbie or something. Right? Okay,
I forget the names, but Arsenal
Anyway.
TV is by far the most entertaining.
Oh
of all
my!
the TVs.
So one of these knobs now gets to move his show over to Barstool Sports in the States, right?
Yes.
So now he's part of Barstool Sports, big network. It's kind of like a community of YouTubers, podcasters, whatever. He's on there.
Mr. Portnoy.
Okay, that could mean something to you. So,
Yes.
is he? Who's he?
He started Barstool Sports.
Barstool. Okay, cool.
Dave Portnoy.
So this whoever this YouTuber is, there's a video of him now showing up to the office before he's going to record his show, and obviously someone in the office is a Tottenham supporter. What an overrated obnoxious jerk off. Like, I don't have much hate. I kind of like this Arsenal team. They do things the right way. But just because they have fans like that, and to the point, I don't want them to win shit.
Exactly.
Because their fans do not deserve it.
Their fans are complete jackasses. And now, if you're an Arsenal fan, and I know one of our listeners is an Arsenal fan, but when they win, they have this pompous, entitled attitude.
They forget, like, Arsenal fans have got selective. They're like, yeah, but look, we finished. I'm like, dude, you couldn't even make conference. You're UEFA conference. UEFA made a new competition that you had nothing to do midweek.
Oh, but they're back in Europa this season, aren't they? They're back in Europa. Listen, well, it's not going to last for Arsenal, unfortunately. I just don't see that squad competing even with, Man City and Chelsea. And then once they start turning it on, those are squads capable of handling the injuries and things like that. And then United playing Aston Villa, Unai Emery.
Good evening.
They're going to be playing in the evenings, Sunday evening.
Wait, I want your guys' call on that game. Because that game, I want to say United will take it easy, but I don't know.
No, you know what? It's such a big weekend for United with everyone around them playing each other for drop points. United have got to go for points. Teams, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham are going to drop points. Newcastle look like they're never going to lose again, so kind of have to take them out the equation. Little word on Newcastle. I mean, again, we don't want to talk about it because they're so sensible. And it irritates
it's
us.
annoyingly sensible.
The come up is nice. They're hitting.
The defense is great. The attack it's well thought of.
I mean, nothing outrageous. They've not tried to buy anyone ridiculous. They're not trying to buy Joao Felix.
They didn't try to buy the Premier League,
Oh, God.
They didn't try to start their own Premier League.
Well, the Bowley Ball. Now, speaking of not sensible, we're going to jump away from football for a second. Right? So we're going to do our little NBA break. Senzo and I spoke about it before.
Yes.
Kyrie Irving.
God, what did he do? I saw you put an apology out for something.
He didn't apologize. He acknowledged that something was said.
He's been suspended by the Nets.
Oh, yes.
So he won't. He's just ridiculous. So he wore a shirt. How did it all start off? So listen, Kyrie Irving, if you don't know him, he's a dickhead who plays in the NBA, right? He's a flat earther. He's just nuts.
He can all the talent in the world.
All the talent in the world.
He was the same guy who didn't get the COVID vaccination and didn't play, but received a salary from the Nets for like a year and a half.
Correct. And he couldn't play in New York because New York don't allow people without vaccination. Listen, his thoughts on vaccination, each person to their own. Everyone's got to have their own thing, right? We did at the time talk about it. When you're a professional sportsman, you take a lot of money from people who generate that money from fans. You can't be treated the same. I'm sorry, professional sportsmen, you cannot be treated the same.
You're an ambassador,
and more so, your body is your tool.
Is your tool, and you can only make that amount of money for a short period. It's the shortest, longest thing you're going to do.
But Kyrie Irving's otherwise. He's the sort of person that you have to say, "Oh, geez, it's raining now." He'll go, "It's not that bad." If you say, "Oh, look, it's my red can of Coke," he goes, "It looks green to me." He's just that kind of guy.
He just disagrees, and
now the latest is
he's a flake, bro.
He's not saying he's not anti-Semitic. So how did it kick off, Senzo? Was he wearing a T-shirt or he endorsed something Kanye West said?
So I'm going to read
Let's get it
from the New York Times.
Let's hear Kyrie Irving.
So the Nets suspend guard Kyrie Irving indefinitely Thursday, calling him unfit to be associated with the team because he had declined to say he has no anti-Semitic views in the week since he posted a link on Twitter to a film with hateful claims about Jewish people.
Oh, wow. I didn't know it was that.
In light of the Kanye West thing.
I don't know.
I don't know where all this is all coming from,
So Irving had declined to apologize despite fierce backlash. But late Thursday night, hours after the Nets suspended him, he relented to post on Instagram, which he had to.
But did he apologize? Because the video I saw, they said to him, "Are you anti-Semitic?" And he said, "I know who I am. I know where I come from." They said, "Say yes or no. Are you anti-Semitic?"
On Thursday, before he was suspended, Irving did not apologize for his post and said there were some things in the film that he did not agree with.
He just won't do it. And you know what? He's the kind of person that does this just to do it. You know what I mean? Surely he's trying to get out. Why do Nets just fucking not cut him loose? Because he's an asset, right?
But like
Didn't they pay,
then they lose KD, Kevin Durant.
God, what a mess.
And you wouldn't want to lose KD. I mean,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
What a mess.
God,
What a mess.
This is, you know what? Stay off social media. Like, if you're going to be this controversial, just stay off it.
Honestly.
It does nothing good for you.
Honestly.
When you're at the highest point in your career in basketball, in football, in any kind of
sport, because they will hang off. The vultures will come for you and they'll hang on to. And this is the last thing the Nets need because they fight Steve Nash.
Yeah.
They fight Steve Nash. So
go look at Cristiano Ronaldo's posts. The man doesn't post anything. It's a makeup brand. It's an underwear brand.
Money,
But he's over.
You know who you should see as an example if you want to have other eclectic interests outside of sport?
Yes.
Look at LeBron James.
No.
Yep.
You don't hear. Listen.
No, LeBron's got the balance.
He's got the balance. Perfect.
Balance.
You don't hear anything about his personal life. That's negative.
Oh, listen, I think like Ronaldo, if you dare say you're going to get like locked in court for years.
But LeBron James has fun on his social media.
His Twitter is like his
and his Instagram.
thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you again going to Netflix documentaries? The Redeem Team?
Oh,
LeBron messing around.
How funny is he though?
He just strikes you as an all-round good guy.
Yeah.
So stay off social media. In saying which, Ryan, our social media handles it all up. Working Title FC.
Working Title FC. Do tweet us. But
give us a follow. We got these accounts. Someone asked the other day, "Oh, what's your social media handles?" I said, "Oh, we're busy setting them up because, like, basically, I don't even think I follow them." So
no, we've been trying to get on Apple Podcasts, which has thrown us off a little bit, and then we had the Queen's funeral, and that made us stalemates a little bit. We've had a couple things.
That's good. We've had upsets. We've had obstacles along the way that just prevented us. So that's Kyrie Irving acting like a dickhead. I want to finish us off on some stories before we get into the fancy Premier League.
Yes.
Ryan, do you remember Michael Owen in his pomp?
I do.
I was trying to time. It's okay. So you remember young Michael Owen at Liverpool? You won't remember him from '98 World Cup. You weren't even born.
No.
He was 2 years old. Ryan was 2.
Can I tell you what? I have heard of how great he was. I caught him at Newcastle.
Okay.
Oh, he was finished then.
It was done then. Okay, so Senzo, how's this? I don't know if you saw the story. Michael Owen says this week. Now, it sounds ridiculous because you think of Michael Owen now and he says some wild shit. He says he would be worth, 23-year-old Michael Owen would be worth £100 million today.
Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah.
That's not outrageous.
No, it's the truth.
I mean,
to be honest, the money has become outrageous.
But still, Michael Owen, my man. Michael Owen.
So Ryan, this is young Michael Owen, right?
The last English player to win the Ballon d'Or.
He breaks into the Liverpool team, 16 years old. I think he scored in his debut, 17, right?
Yeah.
Scores in his debut, fast-tracked into the England World Cup squad, goes and does the things there, right? Like star of the 98 World Cup for England, right? Comes back, just top scorer, golden boot. Like he was lethal.
In a Liverpool team that were worse than Tottenham.
Yeah. The Liverpool stank at that time.
They didn't stink. They were, but they weren't.
They weren't
what they are now.
They weren't that. They weren't good. Liverpool in this era weren't good, right?
Yeah.
They had their moments.
Yeah.
Like Liverpool are never going to be bad, but they. So Michael Owen, and then you're right, wins the Ballon d'Or. Did he win it and then go to Real Madrid?
Yes, he won it.
I think he wins it for Liverpool, then goes to Real Madrid.
Yeah,
right. So he goes to Real Madrid to kind of join Galacticos Part 2.
Yeah, when Madrid were making these weird signings like Thomas Gravison, Jonathan Woodgate.
Yeah. So kind of like there weren't enough Galacticos yet, where they're kind of this weird in between period. So he goes, doesn't quite work out at Real Madrid. And then he comes back, and then his career is very cynical. He goes to Newcastle because he knows he's going to be the number 9. Goes to United because he wants to win a league title. These kind of things. But if you remember Michael Owen, if you had to equate, like Ryan,
he was like Mbappe. Think of Mbappe.
And the hype around him was like the hype around Haaland now.
Yeah,
that's who Michael Owen was.
Think about Mbappe.
Stage.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Played like Mbappe.
Yeah. Because if you're gonna,
but then his hamstrings also went, eh?
Well, that's the thing, and then he kind of never recovered after that.
I mean, just to put in perspective what you guys are talking about, I just looked up like, the players worth 100 million. There's only 4 players in football currently that are worth 100 million and up, and I'm gonna read them.
Euros or pounds?
Pounds.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, sorry, euros.
Yeah.
100 million euros. Coming in number 4, it's Phil Foden at 110 million.
Okay.
How are they equating this? Because their contract length.
This is according to market value from transfermarket.com.
Okay, but tell us about guys that have been bought, because you can't really say about Phil Foden because he's never changed teams.
No, I'm just reading I'm just reading the market value, and then it's Vinicius Junior at 120 million, and then it's Kylian Mbappe at 160 million, and then it's Erling Haaland at 170. These are obviously just market values.
Sure. It's quite wild because Foden and Vinicius, you never see them leaving their clubs.
Yeah,
you never see anyone actually buying them. Mbappe and Haaland, I think there's going to be movement. They're both going to end up at Real.
Yeah.
Number 5, which is 90 million, is Pedri from Barca.
Oh, and it's just going to go up.
Okay, but if you have to take the players kind of moving around for that sort of money or the potential of that sort of money, you're talking Haaland, Mbappe, you're talking
Pedri as well.
You're talking Pedri if he should ever leave. You're talking Joao Felix, he moved for that amount. Prime Michael Owen, 22-year-old Michael Owen is right up there. Like,
absolutely.
When he said this, like, and Michael Owen, we laugh at now because he's a commentator. He was kind of went to United and played wing, he played 10, he tried to play up front, just kind of didn't work. And it just reminded me, wow, Michael Owen at that stage was frightening. You go watch his goals from there. He accelerates.
Like it's nothing.
Defenders weren't as quick, blah, 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 blah. That pace is going to catch anyone. So, we can laugh at him, but...
Oh, yeah, just stint at Stoke as well.
You did have that weird little stint at Stoke.
By the way, just to inform you on this, coming in number 8 on this list is actually Harry Kane at 90 million as well. So
yeah,
that puts into perspective for you. So
Harry Kane's contract his contract runs out next year still, doesn't it?
Didn't he? No, I think so. Yeah,
I think his contract. Remember his brother messed the whole thing up, and I think he's a free agent at the end of this season. The guys are just checking, which means he's open to negotiate with an overseas club in January. And Bayern Munich are sniffing.
Sure.
Bayern Munich are sniffing. But you've lost your value. If Tottenham were ever going to make money off Harry Kane, it's gone. He doesn't get better. He's got an injury record. You're kind of seeing peak Harry Kane now. And then one more player. This kind of got announced yesterday. I mean, again, sometimes, look, he chose when he steps out, but Gerard Pique.
Yes.
They're like straight up retiring. Like the first post I saw said leaving Barcelona. So I was like, oh, where's he going to go? Who's got an injury crisis, needs a world-class centre-back. Straight up retiring.
Sure.
That's wild.
I wonder if he's got some taxes outstanding.
So listening to a lot of the commentary kind of since, and people who know way more than us, and not listening to Fabrizio at all. He's 35, Pique. If for a defender in this day and age, 35 is doable. You can still... I can't believe he's going to stop playing, right? But Barcelona have got this very long track record of once a player is kind of outlived their usefulness, they turn the press and the fans against them. And Pique is owed a lot of money by Barcelona.
Not that he needs it.
Exactly. He deferred his salary. I said, okay, it's fine.
This is the Frankie de Jong thing all over again.
So he was the first to do it. Pique is Barcelona royalty. His grandfather was a club president. Everyone seems to think that's kind of in his future. Mm-hmm. Strangely enough, the family surname is Bernabeu. Okay, do with that, right? So people suspect he's going to end up as president one day of Barcelona, defers the money. They're busy negotiating a severance. He's owed 44 million euros. Okay, so they're trying to figure out what that means, right? I also heard today that, Barcelona shirt sponsor Rakuten?
Oh. Yes.
It's
Japanese, yeah.
It's a Japanese, but it's like a streaming service. It's like a online. It's like Amazon, Netflix. It's Amazon, right? It's basically Amazon in China. Yep. Through his production company, he introduced them and therefore got that. So he's already wheeling and dealing at that level, right?
Yeah.
He's kind of LeBroning it, old Pique. So he's now retired. I doubt we've seen the last of him playing, but he also wants to go out on his terms.
Fair enough.
You know?
But also, I mean, what else is there left for Pique? He's won everything.
Listen to this. Listen to this roll call. I had to get his honours list.
No,
right?
he's won everything. He's done it.
Now, remember, he went to United when there was that weird loophole, Fabregas, and went to Arsenal. He went to United. He's won La Liga 8 times. Of that, he won 3 in a row 3 times. So he's won La Liga 8 times, Copa del Rey 7 times, Champions League 3 times, UEFA Super Cup 3 times, FIFA Club World Cup 3 times, World Cup once, European Championship once.
Sure.
Literally won everything at the top level. Just he could have hung around, won a Europa League.
Honestly.
He could have hung out for that.
But he those guys owe Xavi and Iniesta everything. They probably went into that Spanish dressing room in Barca. They said, "Okay, boys, who's Spanish? Who wants to win stuff?"
You know the other story goes is Victor Valdez was busy being told how Pep wants to play, and said, "Listen, we're going to play it short. Must go out to centre backs." And Valdez said, "I'm not going to do that. I'm going to look like the dickhead." He said, "Don't worry, I got someone coming, someone you know, that's going to make you play this." And it's quite sad because that iconic Barcelona team that, I mean, let's not forget, is going to go down as one of the top 5 club teams of all time.
It's probably the club team of all time, because if you think if you think the one with Henry, they won a sextuple.
Yeah, six in a season.
Sure.
6 in a season, and there's one man standing, Busquets.
Yeah,
everyone's gone. He's the last man
guy
standing, unless Messi goes back. But the last man standing of end of an era. My suspicion is, so you know this Spotify deal Barcelona have, and then if in the El Clasico they wore the Drake.
Oh yes, no,
shirt.
I heard the story. Tell it.
Coming up the next big game,
funny.
He's wearing Shakira. They're going to be promoting Shakira's new album. That was a messy divorce.
Yeah.
You know,
that was a messy divorce.
Hey, and listen, the story goes, let's just touch on that quickly. We'll get into Fantasy League now, but Messi being given the options, right? We know he can leave Barcelona next year. His 3 options are, or PSG. 3 options are go to Barcelona, go to PSG, or go to Inter Miami.
Yes.
Ryan, you're Messi. Where are you going?
I mean, back to Barca.
You're going back to Barca.
I would as well. There's something there. There's something there.
It's the country that loves you and like it built your career for you. And look, I'm not saying their financial head is, you know, they get money from places no one else knows. Their accountants are crazy.
Yeah.
But aside from that, they will build statues for him.
What about you never go back? Look at Ronaldo.
But look at Ronaldo.
You never go back.
Honestly.
If Ronaldo went back to Real Madrid, let's be real.
Nah, but Real Madrid don't need him though.
But why is Messi different? Because the thing is, Barcelona, they were so traumatized by him leaving. They were so traumatized by it. Get over it. They're kind of establishing a new identity with new players, figuring it out. Xavi's like he's there, but he's not there. But okay, they're going to give him until the end of the season. And then you go bring Messi back and go, oh, well, what was all that trauma for?
Yeah.
Right? It feels weird to me. I say stay at PSG another season, then join Ronaldo at Inter Miami.
I'll just send PSG a massive invoice. Like, why? Why not? They've got the money.
And listen, get out of PSG before I'm telling you, the Qatari fund is pulling out of football. After this World Cup, they're going to start getting rid of their assets. Get out of there while there's still money landing in your bank account.
Are you saying there's problems when people pay a 23-year-old a lot of money?
You know what? I don't even think it's Mbappe. I just think that this whole sports washing cycle by the Qataris, which involved winning the World Cup, which involved taking a lot of tournaments, which involved in this purchase of PSG. I think now that the World Cup's done and that phase is done, I suspect they're going to start moving away from PSG. They're already leaking how much people have offered to buy PSG for. They're getting out. I think maybe they saved till the Paris Olympics because they own Paris, but I don't see this PSG long for this world.
Sure.
Right, you guys touched on it earlier. Fantasy Premier League.
But just going back to your Michael Owen point.
All right, so Senzo's been frantic here while we've been talking.
So
frantic.
He Ballon d'Or 2001. Michael Owen was born in 1979, right? So
He's 22.
22.
And he wasn't yet 22 years.
And he's winning a Ballon d'Or amongst like Zidane and like
Figo.
Ronaldo. You know what I mean? Rivaldo,
Yeah.
Shevchenko.
No, point made. I don't argue him 1 second. It sounded weird when he said it because it sounds weird for somebody to say it about themselves. But he actually go, no, don't forget about it. Michael Owen was premier.
Upper echelon.
I spoke to my cousin this week. He loved Michael Owen. Michael Owen was his first football idol. And he was like, yeah, shit. And it's cheap. If you could get him for 100, that's fantastic. Considering Darwin Núñez, what he costs.
Oh, God.
Okay, Fantasy League. Do either of you have Darwin Núñez in your side?
No.
He looks to be
Hell to the
scoring
no.
goals.
No. Well, to be fair, my side, I had to take a bit of a change, and I'm not liking my changes so far because, yes. Well,
Have you guys been sleeping on Newcastle players like everybody?
No.
I've got Trippier.
I got,
got
okay,
Trippier.
Trippier. Who else?
I mean, Shaw.
Come on, Almiron, Callum Wilson. I'm telling you now, he's going to get injured. He's scoring lots of goals. Gets in the England provisional squad. He's going down for 6 weeks. I don't wish it on him, but he's going to waste. Everyone's going to put him in the Fantasy League tomorrow, and he's going out 20th minute. Sorry.
Well, I mean, so I think I mentioned my changes the last time, but I've got Jesus up front, who was actually my captain this week because my proper captain was injured.
Are you not upset Jesus isn't scoring the goal as many goals? He's fantastic.
He's assisting.
He's fantastic.
3 assists on the weekend.
So that makes up for it.
That does make.
I got rid of him a while ago. Can't carry that.
It's
heat.
just, who do you put up there?
Holland. Who else do you need?
No, well,
I got
aside from
Holland. I got to have Holland and Kane up
'Cause
front.
I got Oba, but Oba is touch and go if he plays or not. So now I have to take him out this week because I'm like, is he going to start? Is he not? Senzo, who have you got up front?
I've got Holland, Jesus, and Harry Kane.
Like most people.
Kane actually might be a good one to bring in.
Oh, Kane is such a tough call, but you know Kane. Kane, like quietly scores 20 goals. Like you look at the end of the season, you go, the guy got 20 goals. I didn't even notice.
Oh, I'm going to be making one change this week. Is I'm going to be putting the Brighton keeper in because he was on fire.
Makes lots of saves.
Sanchez.
Speaking of Brighton, Trossard.
Yeah, Lissandro. Yeah, he can.
I've had him for a few weeks.
And is it Krob?
Gross.
Oh, is that how you say it? It's Krob the old.
It's called the Schaffers S.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It's German.
It's German. It's called the Schaffers S.
So how do you say it?
Gross.
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 It's that B thing. It's an S.
Yes.
It's an S sound. Schaffers S.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out Frau Barons, who told us that we should all get a hobby like Windschaffing.
Well, if you didn't know then, you know now.
As our German teacher, we went
Gross.
Windschaffing. Gross.
Martinelli, definitely get him in your squad.
You got to have Martinelli. Martinelli's pace. Martinelli is going to, whoever plays in the back for Chelsea, probably Thiago Silva, God bless. But
He
Martinelli,
didn't start Silva last week.
he's got no choice though now.
No,
Who
now.
else goes back there?
Yeah, I know.
You know,
now.
he's got no one back there.
I was shocked. I was like, because Silva's become that guy. I don't know if you've seen that. He's become the commanding guy now. Like he is now what as Belaqueta used to be.
Silva was always going to be. He's a great leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, great leader.
So I was shocked when they didn't start and they brought him out in the 60th minute. I was like, you guys are crazy. Like, what are we doing?
Listen, those little Arsenal whippets are going to have a field day buzzing around. I mean, Thiago Silva's great, but those guys are quick.
Yeah.
They're lightning. Arsenal do everything at pace.
Even like Senzo said earlier, Odegaard as well. Oh, that
Senzo, what's your fantasy team looking like?
Oh, well, let me pull it up quickly.
pull it up. Let's see. Because I got 60 points in this last
I
week.
got 75 and Holland wasn't playing, bro.
Jeez, that's good.
brilliant.
That's
I got
really
60
good.
without Haaland playing.
That's
So
really good.
my fantasy team is De Gea at the back.
Oof, terrible.
You
No,
won't stop on there.
No, got me 8 points last week, so.
It's funny.
Then Trippier, Cancelo,
Henderson.
Dallo, Casemiro, Andreas, Odegaard, De Bruyne, Longstaff, Kane, Jesus, and then Haaland.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a sneaky in there.
Mm.
Very little bit of a sneaky. Listen, City playing Fulham at home tomorrow. Haaland in captain, another hat trick. Got to. I mean, Fulham are playing well.
Do we triple captain this week?
No, you see, triple captain. Hold on your triple captain, because it'll come. There is going to be such fixture fuck ups towards the end of the season that they're going to be double game weeks all over the place.
Ooh.
And City are going to play Nottingham Forest, and that's when you triple captain Haaland. That's when you do it, because there are going to be fixed. There is just going to be already United having to play that extra Europa game has thrown fixtures out, so there is going to be a mess.
Also, he's just coming off injury, so hold off on that triple captain.
Hold off on that. Hold your triple captain till the. It's the same tactic you did with Aguero. You held those triple captains till double game weeks, then you gave it to him. Senzo, I see you got Longstaff in there. No temptation to go Jolinton or Almiron?
Nope, not at all.
Not at all. And how are you guys doing in your leagues, by the way?
Oh, crap. I'm still trying to,
I was in top 10.
Okay, so that
And now I've
means
been
you guys,
booted down.
that means you guys are doing shit. Do we...
29th.
Does anybody take a punt on Coutinho?
No.
You know, Coutinho, listen, Coutinho is the type of player who gets managers fired. Right? New manager in, you go, I got to impress him. I got to get in the side. I'm going to play well for a couple of weeks.
No. I say leave him out.
Played well against United last season.
No,
Same
he's
fixture
a
last
trap
season.
because
He is
he
a
does
trap.
he does play well, but he just doesn't.
No, it is.
Gets
Can't
managers
finish.
fired.
It
Gets
is a
managers
trap.
fired.
Struggling to finish.
All right. Well,
Wait, how's your team looking there, Paulo?
don't worry about my team.
No. Come.
I don't have it. Okay, let me get it. I'll get it. I'll show you what I got. Yeah.
We all want to know.
We all share. Show me. I'll show you mine if you show me yours, and you did show me yours.
Yes, we did.
I like the shame Dallo. What's a nice kid. He bought Vans, not like Vans the sneakers, like physical Vans cars for the first soccer club he ever played for.
Oh well,
Yeah, because he said no, they're always going around picking up kids, so he bought them new Vans.
good guy.
Good guy, Dallo. Well done to him. Living his best life. Goes to Portugal games in Ronaldo's private jet. What are you talking about? So I'm on the Dean Henderson plane. I'm all about Dean Henderson.
Yes.
No, I'm doing it. Joao Cancelo never lets me down. Trippier, Perisic, Saliba. Rashford, I'm giving him this last weekend.
Yes.
It's a bit of he's a midfielder.
He's a touch and go.
He's touch and go. So Rashford's in there. Martinelli, Foden. I'm so over Premier.
I'm
City
getting over
midfielders.
Foden. Yeah. I'm getting over him.
It's City midfielders.
Yeah.
It's because Pep rotates them so much out of nowhere. You never know. So like Mahrez, Foden, Bernard Silva, Gundogan, even De Bruyne will also come in and out. So that's pointless.
Yeah, but De Bruyne, you have to.
Kane, Haaland, Trossard, and Bruno Guimaraes.
You got to have the Portuguese guy in there.
Oh, he's Brazilian.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So no Portuguese in the squad.
Cancelo. All Wolves suck.
Yeah.
Wolves suck. Ronaldo's not playing. Bruno's not getting assists. Dallo, yeah.
Not well represented, is it?
No, I'm not. I'm letting the team down. I'll wait for Joao Felix to join and then I'll blow my wad on him.
Have you found your password for your Portuguese account yet? Or
I found the email address link to it, so I can get my reminder.
next episode, find out.
It's a thing that you go. It says you enter password. You have forgotten your password. Do you want a reminder? Go to reminder. Reset your password. It says you enter your password. Your password cannot be the same as your old password. What the I'm trapped in a password loop.
We've all been
annoying.
All right, Jen. So, do you have plans in real life, or are we all watching football this weekend? That's all we're doing.
The Springboks are playing, so yeah.
Well,
hey, that's gonna be a good game. I know a lot of people going to that game. Strangely enough,
actually, I don't know anyone going. That's crazy. I didn't even know about that because I wanted to go watch the. As you see, I'm wearing an Orlando Pirates shirt, so I wanted to go watch that, and then somebody told me it wasn't in Joburg, and I was like, okay. So I didn't even bother looking for tickets. It's actually in FNB Soccer City.
Yeah.
And I missed it. And it was a full stadium.
You said
great goal, by the way. Yusuf Mart.
I know, but people are getting all in the field saying Puskas Awards. I'm sorry. I see goals like that scored, like not just in the top league. I see that scored like in the Chilean second division. You get those clips all the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
we don't see it. So
guy, he slipped.
No.
Like, let's be fair. It really was hit and hope FC. Like, I can't do it. Those fields are big.
Well, to be honest, I thought Pirates were going to have it in the bag. I'm surprised Senzo's being so quiet about it. So I thought he would have the most to say.
Bruh, we're going to win a trophy tomorrow, so MTN8 final.
It's the Carling Black Label Kaizer Chiefs and Pirates this weekend. So.
It's MTN8 final.
Crap. Yeah, listen, we all know that PSL like to make up cups, but yeah, you want to win the MTN8 rather than the Carling. I mean, that's just a marketing dream. sell beer.
So yeah,
Honestly.
football.
And now they're extending it like they're 4 teams now, and like
Yeah, no, right, great, cool. Gallants FC
Yeah.
and Mumkize. Mumkize changing
Royal
the game.
AM.
Gents, thanks for joining me. This has been Working Title FC. Oh, just quick. Subscribe now because we got loads of World Cup stuff coming up.
World Cup.
We're going to be doing team previews. We're going to be doing after match summaries. We're going to be doing Twitter Spaces.
Yes.
I even set us up because they're going to give us dinner and drinks for free to go do a Portugal watch along, and we can do a live recording there.
Brilliant.
I said, can I get free drinks? They said 100% free drinks, free dinner. So we'll be doing some of those for the Portugal games. So subscribe now for the best place to get World Cup feedback. Not that super sport bullshit.